As Jade's head on the floor, he's going to just put his hands on the sides of her head again, and again rest his forehead against hers and just whisper, "I'm sorry."
Huh. I know I had good teammates and everything, but it's really strange to think there were people who cared.
You knew they cared.
Well, yeah. But it still doesn't make it any less odd to look at.
People tend to do interesting things for their family. I know this.
But those relationships don't always last forever. Only one thing really does.
Well, the reason I made that deal with you in the first place is that my own family is in trouble. With you as my way into the mortal world, I figured we could help them.
I certainly wanted to. That's why I captured your brother. Chibitina seems to be softening up to us mortals. I think he can still help your family.
It seems you have a misunderstanding as to the relationship between me and my other half.
To be honest, the whole god of death thing has been incredibly vague. I was led to believe there were two of each of you.
The creature that you have aligned yourself with is me. The being known as Chibitina should not exist under normal circumstances.
Is there a reason for that?
We of the three pillars exist outside of the material worlds, outside of ultraspace, and outside of time. There is no Nightmare Tialka, no Dream Palkia. There is only the Time Lord, the Space King, and myself.
So, you were two halves of the same whole?
Yes.
Wait, so you were split somehow?
Yes.
How? You're the creation trio. How could things go this wrong?
Due to the actions of the Prime Celebi and the inaction of the Prime Hoopa, the pillars of creation have fallen out of order. Because of this, I have been split into two beings with my power divided. Do you seriously believe that a small handful of inexperienced trainers could have bested me in my own realm, even with the help of the anti-god?
Oh, so it wasn't our brilliant strategies that did it.
Hardly.
Well, that certainly clears that up, I suppose.
Fortunately, I can see all that my other half sees. Even after being imprisoned within the GS ball, we are still connected and share all the same sensations and experiences.
Alright. Are you asking to be reconnected with your other half?
Not originally, no. The creature known as Chibitina is trapped within the GS ball and bound to the will of Victini. Were we to reunite now, I would be bound by those same limitations.
That makes sense. You have all of your power and eternity here. I think you're smart to stay separated.
However, I think now would be the time to act. We both want to help those we love, and I don't think it is your time yet.
What do you mean?
If I reunite with Nightmare Giratina, I can fully enter the material world. I will also be able to bring you with me. I can give you your life back. I realize you must be feeling a great deal of emotions. Very few mortals get second chances like this. Take my claw, and we can be reunited with our—
No.
Am I speaking unclearly? Do you not understand? You can have your life back.
I know exactly what you're saying, and I'm telling you, you shouldn't take me back.
Why? Almost every mortal would, and have killed for the opportunity I am giving you.
Well, for one, you told me that reuniting with Chibitina would reduce your powers due to the GS ball. That would throw a big wrench into your plans, wouldn't it?
That is true. However, I am not able to help trapped within my own realm.
I am also not really a fighter. Wavi and Scarlet can both use magic and aura, and even Luna fought Burb with her powers. I'm just not strong, and I'm not very tough, and if you haven't noticed, I'm not really all that great with people.
You and I both know that there is more to combat than fighting or social skills. It is likely your friends would have died without you on more than one occasion.
What about Wild Colony and the Aura Guardian? You may not remember or care, but I remember very clearly. I had Genesect with me, and I knew he could help with the machines, but I was so confident that I could do it by myself that I tried it by myself, and I failed. It was my own fault. Scarlet even told me later that explosion occurred in both the dream and the nightmare timelines. So I screwed up on both accounts. I couldn't save all the Pokemon or Night Nika, which means I'm a failure in both timelines.
You did what you could. That incident is the fault of that mad doctor. You did not set that countdown. He did. Even that detective is not at fault.
Well, there's more than that. I'm just obsessed with everything. I just wanted to have all the experience I could before.
Before?
Giratina, how old are you?
I am the god of death and antimatter. I am ageless, timeless. I can't even fathom this question.
Well, I'm 17, and both my parents are over 60 by now. My mom is blind and my dad is going senile. They had me when they were very old, and because of that, I was born with complications. I've always had a hard time making friends. I say the wrong things, I'm insensitive, and I just don't understand people. I don't get them. I watched my parents grow old and they both age very poorly. They're sick and they've been sick for a long time. I mean, I was really lucky to be born into the family I was born into. I love being a gravekeeper. Because of that, I got to meet a lot of ghosts and a lot of dead people. Sometimes I was lucky enough to meet ghosts who had their memories intact. Do you know who the most active and friendly ones were?
I imagine the older ones, the ones with the most wisdom and experience.
No, actually, the younger ghosts. And they had tragic stories, but they were better off than the older ones. In my experience, people become ghosts in the same mental state as when they left their bodies. Four still acted like quite the child. She was sweet and cute and full of innocent life. Does that make sense?
Interesting. My experience with the dead is quite different.
Probably because you don't deal with the ones who didn't cross over. All I know is that I died without any regrets. My body's physical form is still healthy and spry, and I still have most of my mind. At least I think so. I honestly couldn't have asked for better conditions to die. I got to meet lots of great people as a gravekeeper. I got to travel the world as a professional trainer. I even got to travel to space. My life was better than most people could ever even ask for. Let's say I do go back and save the world with everyone. I would only have a few years left before I would end up like my parents anyway. I have really terrible vision and will probably never be able to drive or fly a plane. And Dad started having memory problems by his late 20s. And before he left for Utopus, he actually forgot my name as he was saying goodbye to me. He forgot my name. Mom had to remind him with a really dumb pun. I laughed for like an hour. I tell you, but I don't quite remember it. Not to mention, it might be better for everyone if I wasn't holding them back. Luna, Lavi, and Scarlet are all amazing, and if they need to save the world, they could do it way better than I ever could. They're strong, powerful, and great leaders. I'm not. I'm not even a good friend. They just tried so hard to save me, and I went and died on them anyway. I would just be better off here, away.
Jade, you are the only being in the entirety of creation I have ever considered to be a friend. You are smart and strong and kind. Your friends were lucky to have you. You aren't perfect, but nothing is. With your talents, you have improved the lives of everyone you touch, including mine.
Stop it. Come on.
I don't expect you to take my word for it. Look for yourself. Just because I am the Lord of Death does not mean I do not value your life. You have more to offer this world than to just die. I value you. Your friends value you. The world values you. Your friend gave up her freedom just to try and save you. You are loved by your family and friends. I think they would be overjoyed to see you return. It has been an honor to fight by your side, and if I must give up my powers to save you, I will happily bind myself fully to the GS ball to do it. Jade, I would be proud to call you my master.
Yeah. Okay.
I released you from the contract you made with me for the GS ball. Your soul is free, and I am happy to give you back your life. You are free to do whatever you wish with it.
Thank you, my friend.